Craig, the 44's nice, but I imagine you like the 0 on the other side as well?
Yeah, I was most impressed with that, I must say, Jake. I thought we defended really well. Again, the Bulldogs probably haven't scored that many points either this year. Their defence has been good, but that first 20-25 minutes, we hardly had any field position. So to go and lead in 12-0, whatever it was a really good result for us. And I think at the end of the game, the amount of play the balls in the 20 metre zone, I think they were 42 to our 7. So to keep them to 0 with those sort of stats, I thought it was an outstanding display, especially in defence. Yeah.
What about a guy like Ryan Pappenhausen? How happy does it make you to see him scoring 4 tries and back to where he was at the start of last year as well?
Yeah, I don't know whether he's even gone a little bit past last year, his last couple of games, to be quite honest. He didn't have a great pre-season either. He rolled his ankle there. He probably didn't run for 8 weeks. So, but I think he sort of spent a fair time in the gym there, and he's probably put a little bit of weight on, and it doesn't look like it's affected his pace or his agility. So, but he's taken a big hand in deciding where the ball goes and when it goes, and so he's playing with plenty of confidence at the moment.
Josh Addo-Carr was always going to be hard to replace, but it seems like you've got a pretty handy one there in Xavier.
Oh yeah, without doubt. We sort of knew we were getting a real good player there. Like he was only, I think he just turned 21 there a couple of months ago, and so he's 20-year-old and he's already played Origin. So we knew he had some ability, but the thing that's impressed us more than even that is his attitude. He's a really humble kid. He's really down to earth, and he works real hard. Sometimes when kids are 19, 20-year-old and they end up playing Origin, they probably think a little bit of the hard works might not be necessary, but he realises that is, and he's still working really hard. He had a great pre-season here, and we could be happy with him. But I must say that on the other wing too, like Nick Mooney has done a great job for us too. So I thought those guys were really good today.
Just on Coates, the fact that he's already re-signed and got extended his contract, even though he's only been here, a handful of weeks or whatever, or months, but I guess that shows that he's really kind of bought into the whole Storm ethos.
Oh yeah, no, he certainly has. As I said, he's besides being a real humble kid and down to earth, he's a real team man. But he's got a great work ethic, and that's if you haven't got a great work ethic or a good work ethic here, you mightn't last too long. But he's really taken that on board, and I think we love having him here, and hopefully he loves being here.
You've always preached next man up. How important is it though, especially to us mugs, to have a bit of continuity for you guys among the team out there?
Oh yeah, that's always the way you'd prefer it to go. To be able to build combinations, but it just doesn't work in a body contact sport, and it doesn't work in I suppose the situation the world's in at the moment with COVID. So you're always swapping and changing, and we've had to do that the first couple of weeks with having a couple of guys out with COVID, and then we copped a couple of real bad injuries in the first round. So but it is what it is, and you just got to make the best of what you got. But we'd like I say, we'd certainly prefer our players not get injured or not get COVID, but it's going to happen. And like I say, the mentality is we try not to concern ourselves too much with what we haven't got, and concern ourselves with what we have got, and do the best we can with that.
I guess the question's more, that's the first full glimpse we've got of what the backline could be in 2022 there.
Yeah, as I said, it's been a little bit disjointed with, I think Xavier's missed a couple of games, and obviously with George going down in the first round with that knee injury, and young Dean coming in, and he got injured last week as well. So it hasn't been ideal, but as I said, we've tried to deal with the best we can, and today they've done a great job.
Jesse, you're moving on at the end of the year, but how good a hands is this club in with some of the guys that have re-signed this week and some of the performances they put in today in Hughesy, Xavier, Harry, and perhaps to sign long term as well?
Yeah, well, you know, for those players to sign, I think it's huge for the club. Yeah, the club's always had a huge turnover of players, and next year's going to be no different. You know, I think the way they are able to handle those is, you know, it's just really good. I'm really happy for the club as well. You know, you want to always see the club do good, but you know, to have those spine players commit, and I'm sure a lot of the other boys would be keen to commit now too. So yeah, it's really good to see.
Craig, does it make you more keen to commit?
Yeah, I'll try and take that little bit out of it. So just make sure I make the right decision for, I suppose, myself and my family, to be quite honest. Yeah.
What kind of role did you have in talking to those guys, considering you're not sure what you're doing in terms of head coaching next year?
Yeah, with all due respect, I didn't have a great role, to be quite. Obviously I spoke to them and encouraged them to stay. But at the end of the day, it's the same with Jess and Kenny and Foos, and we don't want them guys leaving, but they can consider it's the best thing for them. So like I say, we can't begrudge those guys, that position they're in and the decision they make. So like I say, we'd like to keep all our players, but we know that's not possible. But certainly, like with the Jess and Kenny and Foos going, it was vitally important that we hang on to those key position players. And the club's done a great job there. But as I said, I like I say, I encourage them to stay. But at the end of the day, they've got to do, and they will do, what's right for them, and hopefully they've made the right decision.
Craig, what did you see in a player like Josh King? Like, he's barely getting any minutes, or he's coming off the bench, very much an interchange player, like 15 minutes or whatever, and now he's topping your tackle count, and he's very much seems to be in the mould of Dale Finucane. But yeah, how did you identify that, I suppose?
Just the vision I've seen of him. He looked like he was tough. Got a bad head, so he was tough, and he just works hard. Again, he wasn't playing that long of minutes with Newcastle, but you could just tell that while he was out there, he was willing to roll the sleeves up and really get into that. Some of the things that have to be done that some people don't like doing. They don't get a whole heap of recognition for it. It's little things that, as I said, they don't really stand out, but they're little things that are really important. And Josh was one of those, and so far he's proven us right. He's been going great games and playing real long minutes for us too.
Just any jibes for the Fox out there?
No, I didn't get a chance to get anywhere near him. It's a bit too fast for me, but I think Juzzy had a crack at him a few times. They were really close when the Fox was here, both being left side players and centre wing combination. So it was really good to see Addo actually after the game. He was a huge part of this club, and we miss him, but it was good to get the win over him today.